Welcome back to Hawk News. I am Tyrus Williams.
And I am Brianna Leon. Hawk News is a student-produced newscast recorded live on the campus of Red Oak High School.
Red Oak ISD canceled school last week from Tuesday through Friday due to icy weather. Our Hawk News student reporters interviewed students about what they did over the unexpected break.
What did you do during the week we had off?
None. Stayed inside. Just watched TV basically. Made more music.
I just watched a lot of anime.
Just slept. I just crocheted and read.
I didn't know what to do, so I decided to hop on Roblox, and I played Make Scam Calls to Save Your Best Friend, Tycoon, and it was really dumb, and I'm really regretful for it.
How was the week off?
The week off, it was cool until my power went out.
That was pretty good.
It was boring because I like school, so I wanted to come back. I was going insane. I really had nothing to do.
I had to go. It was pretty cold. My AC broke, so it was hot and then cold at the same time.
It was cool. It was cold, but I learned how to rope.
How do you feel about the amount of days we got off?
I love it, but I was mad because the power went out.
It was cool.
It felt pretty good. Not being stressed over a lot of work. I feel like I can't really do a lot of work that much because it hurts my head.
Well, because we had the whole week off basically, and what was the point of coming back on Friday?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, ice. Ice. Yeah, agreed.
Did you have to drive in the ice, or do you know anyone that had to?
Oh, I was driving my dirt bike, but my dirt bike got four-wheel drive.
My brother did.
No, we all just stayed inside.
I had to drive to the store a couple times, and I did slide off the road one time.
Personally, I only drove a little bit in the ice. It wasn't really that bad. I know my dad had to drive.
Members of Student Council were out Monday at a conference, and our Hawk reporters interviewed members on how it went.
It was a team building exercise where we took a bunch of our members and we just kind of bonded as a group, but also we wanted to look at the younger students and see how we could grow them into maybe the future officers of our council.
So it was basically for team building amongst people in student council and for us to get to know different people outside of our quote friend groups that we have.
The workshop was for student council members to get to know each other because usually everybody's within their friend groups, so it was an opportunity to get to know other people.
The workshop was for students underclassmen to get more leadership opportunities.
There was about 24 students that attended. We had people from all 4 grade levels, and it was just a various amount of students that are involved in a lot of different things, so we had a great variety of people attend.
Just different people, mostly people who are active in student council.
Multiple underclassmen.
We had freshmen through seniors, so we just had general members and a few of our board members, so our officers and committee chairs.
Getting to practice communication skills and working with others.
The most helpful thing I learned was being a leader and able to help other kids know what to do.
I think getting to actually interact with people and play games, but then also I got to see all the younger generations and the underclassmen, watching them grow and how far they've come since even the beginning of the year.
Learning to communicate with people that we haven't really spoken to before, and we're able to learn new people's names and communicate with them better.
My favorite part was doing a bunch of different activities and getting to help kids and run around and have fun.
Probably the ropes course, because that was the last thing we did.
My favorite part was probably getting to meet a lot of new faces and knowing all these people's names and realizing how many people are actually involved.
My favorite part was doing obstacles on the ceiling and stuff.
Hawk Theater is hosting its first cabaret, a showcase of their songs. Our Hawk News student reporters spoke to theater students about the cabaret.
I'm very excited about it. It's a fun way to showcase everybody's abilities in musical theater.
I'm pretty excited to do it. It's going to be my first ever solo on stage.
We got to choose our own song, whatever song we wanted to do, and we performed it in front of the class first, and the theater teachers got to see if they wanted to include it or not.
I'm singing I Am What I Am from La Cage aux Folles.
Everything I Know from In the Heights.
I'm performing Apex Predator with Karina Salazar.
I'm looking forward to the finale because that's my song and everyone's going to be in it, and I'm very excited for that.
This week is our Student Council Appreciation Week. Oh, School Council. Counselors do it all, from making schedules to making sure students are feeling okay. So if you're feeling okay, then let them know. And if you see them in the hallways, make sure to thank them for our hardworking counselors.
Next week is Heart of Red Oak Week. In support of Valentine's Day, everyone can wear red, pink, white, and heart shirts with jeans.
When we come back, Drew Fleming will have your week weather, including to see if there is going to be more wintry weather.
Hey! Coming to lunch with us? Yeah, I was gonna go to the bathroom for a second. Oh, okay. See you then. Audio Jungle.
Well, before we talk about this week in weather, Drew, what happened with the weather last week?
Well, Tyrus, last week, schools were letting students out early on Monday due to poor weather conditions. Roads were icy and dangerous to drive on, so Red Oak took precautions not to return to school with ice and wintry mix on the roads. Right now, the temperature is 48 degrees. Tonight, the low is 40 degrees with a 30% chance of precipitation. On Friday, the high is 48 degrees, but if you're going to the game on Friday, the low is 36 degrees and there's a 0% chance of rain. And for your weekend highlights, it will be a mostly clear weekend with temperatures in the low 30s to mid 50s. It will be a mildly humid weekend with slow winds. Monica Arrow Megason will have your Grammy updates next in your entertainment corner.
Hello, I am Monica Arrow Megason, and this is your Entertainment Corner. The Grammys were last weekend, and we have your winners. Best New Artist was awarded to Samara Joy. Best Musical Theater Album was the 2022 Broadway recording of Into the Woods. Best Single was Just Like That by Bonnie Raitt, and Best Album was awarded to Harry's House by Harry Styles. Our Hawk News student reporter spoke to Red Oak High School students about their thoughts on the Grammys.
How did you feel about the Grammys?
I think they were rigged. I think there were a lot of people who didn't deserve to win, and there were a lot of people who should have won.
I think that the Grammys are kind of dumb, and I don't like them that much because I feel like they're very biased.
The Grammys, oh, it was awesome. It was awesome, man.
How do you feel?
It was rigged. It was alright.
I feel like they were the same.
Rigged.
How do you feel?
Good, too.
What was your favorite performance?
I don't think I had one. But then again, I didn't watch the whole thing.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
What was yours? I don't, maybe?
Harry Styles.
I would say Harry.
Who had the best look?
Beyonce.
Taylor Swift. Bad Bunny.
Beyonce.
Adele.
Best look, Taylor. I would say Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she didn't do anything crazy.
Were you happy with the winners?
Like I said, there's a lot of people that shouldn't have won, and there's a lot of people that should have won. But I'm going to just keep it at that.
Actually, no, that was rigged.
Like I said, it was very rigged. Beyonce should have won that.
It was rigged as well.
No, I don't think that Harry Styles deserved Album of the Year. And I said what I said. Obviously, Beyonce deserved it.
No, Beyonce should have won Album of the Year.
Who's an artist you wanted to win?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay, Beyonce. Even though she won 4 Grammys and broke the record for most Grammys all time, she should have won Album of the Year over Harry Styles. That was robbery.
On Netflix, a season 5 of New Amsterdam was released February 1st, 2023, and now it is #1 in the top 10 shows on Netflix. Ginny and Georgia came in second, and Wednesday, starring Jenna Ortega, remains as the top 3 most viewed shows on Netflix. In top albums global on Spotify, SOS by SZA is #1, with Un Verano Sin Ti by Bad Bunny in second, and Taylor Swift's album Midnights coming in third. Titanic is returning to theaters next week for the 25th anniversary since it was released. Titanic was first released December 19, 1997, starring Kate Winslet as Rose and Leonardo DiCaprio as Jack. Knock at the Cabin edged out Avatar at the box office this weekend, as the home invasion horror film starring David Bautista brought in $21 million worldwide. 80 for Brady, meanwhile, brought in $12.7 million in its first week in the box office. The Super Bowl is this weekend, but here in entertainment, we care more about the halftime show more than the halftime score. Rihanna will be the headliner of the halftime show in State Farm Stadium in Phoenix. Well, that's all I have for entertainment, but Steven Salas will have a look at your playoff-bound Hawks teams and what moves the Dallas Mavericks have made when we come back.
Hello, I'm Steven Salas, and this is your sports report. Tuesday was signing day for high schools around Texas, and Red Oak High School had several student athletes sign with colleges. Warren Roberson signed with the University of Texas. Moses Martindale signed with Graceland College. Kamandre Yancey signed with Midwestern State University. Solomon Frazier signed with Peru State University. Brock Link signed with Mary Hardin Baylor University. Franklin Hunter signed with Eastern New Mexico State University. Micah Jones signed with Texas Lutheran University. And Seven Butler signed with Southwestern Oklahoma State University. The Hawks varsity basketball team had a clean sweep last weekend in their 2 district games. On Friday, they defeated Crandall 54-41 in front of the home crowd. On Saturday, the Hawks took to the road and dominated Terrell 93-42. The Hawks are now 7-3 in district and will play again this Friday at Ennis. Next Tuesday at home against Corsicana. The Lady Hawks varsity basketball team completed their district dominance last week with 2 key wins after a close game against Terrell on Tuesday, January 31st. The Lady Hawks took on district rival Crandall last Friday in their final home game of the season. The Lady Hawks took the lead early on and never looked back, defeating Crandall 58-38. The Lady Hawks finished the regular season with a 19-10 record, including a perfect 12-0 in district. Lady Hawks will begin the playoffs next week with the matchup against Lovejoy on Monday night at 7 o'clock at Bryan Adams High School. The Lady Hawks varsity soccer team resumed their season Monday with a home match against Terrell. The Lady Hawks held Terrell's offense in check while their offense scored 4 unanswered goals and won 4-0. Lady Hawks will play again next Tuesday at home versus Crandall. The Hawks varsity soccer team will play this Friday at home against Ennis and next Tuesday at Crandall. The Red Oak swim team competed on Monday and Tuesday in the regional meet at New Caney. The 400-meter freestyle team won in the 8th in their heat, and Inaki Garcia won 5th place in the 200-meter relay. And softball season is right around the corner as Lady Hawks will play on Monday in a non-district game against Midlothian Heritage. And the Super Bowl is this Sunday, and the teams are set. The Kansas City Chiefs will be looking to win a second Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes and company. But the Philadelphia Eagles, with second-year head coach Nick Sirianni and star quarterback Jalen Hurts running the show, will be looking to win the second Super Bowl for the Eagles and the first since 2018. The Dallas Mavericks have made a blockbuster trade over the weekend to improve their playoff chances. Kyrie Irving will be heading to the Mavericks, and Dallas is sending fan favorite Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie, as well as a 2029 first-round pick and several second-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets. And finally, the King has taken his throne. LeBron James has passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record of 38,307 points on Tuesday night. LeBron needed 36 points to pass Kareem, and against Oklahoma City Thunder, LeBron scored his 36th point of the night on a 14-foot fadeaway jumper. LeBron James, with 38 points in the game, finished the game off with a historic night. Well, that's all I have for sports, but don't go away. Hawk News will be right back.
All right, class, we have a test today. Please put your phones away. You may begin. I hope you all studied. All right, time's up. Test is over. What do you think you're doing?
Thank you for watching Hawk News.
Where it is your campus, your news.